We'll try this again. Keep dropping everything, but that's the way it goes. Hey, sports fans. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's been going on. And I just wanted to bring up a couple of things about. Been a lot going on in the news, behind the scenes, not the real news, as CBS, NBC, and CNN and Fox and all these people have you believe. But there's been a lot going on. Got a couple of questions. I think these glasses might cause some glare in the camera, but I apologize for that. I guess I have to. I'll remove them if somebody requests that. Whatever, they don't give a shit, but man, my phone's blowing up again. This shit never stops. A couple things I want to talk to you real quick. I want to talk about family. Family is the most important thing we've got, and I've got a great family. I've raised 6 kids. I brought that up before, and these kids are, I mean, as they say out in the world today, the shit. I mean, they're the shit. I got 5 daughters, 1 son. Love them all. And I don't even know how many grandkids I got. I think somewhere around 13, maybe 14. I've sown a good seed, so to speak. But they're all wonderful. Every one of them, my grandkids. I've got 1 grandson that's in the Air Force. And as you can see, I'm wearing a Warthog t-shirt tonight. And this is because of him. And I've got son-in-laws. Most of my kids are all married and got their own kids. Well, obviously with the 13 plus grandchildren. I guess y'all would know that, but man, I'm telling you what, you couldn't be prouder as a person than I am. And I love them all. Grandson in the Air Force. I got a son-in-law that's SF in the Army. Proud of him, and beautiful kids. Just great. And I guess what I want to say tonight is I don't want us to get away from where we come from. And where we come from is where we've been. And I'm a firm believer in knowing your past and knowing your family, and you know, everybody's families has got differences and what have you, but it's beside the point. But I just wanted to make it perfectly clear that, man, I mean, it's great. We couldn't live in better times. You know, you got the people on the religious side, the Christianity side, which I'm a part of, you know, saying it's the end of times, and I'm not buying into that. I just don't. I'm not a part of that. But by buying into the Christianity side, I'm a firm believer in Christ and our Creator. But I don't believe that we're in the end times. I just don't, because prophecy hasn't come together yet. But that's a whole nother ballgame. So anyway, that's the first thing I want to touch about family, and family is very important. And we gotta, without family, we ain't got nothing, man. Another thing I want to talk about was, and I'm looking at some notes. I'm not going to bullshit anybody, but I want to talk about fear, and we touched on this, I think, on our last one. You know, just don't worry about it. I mean, you know, you can only control what you can control. It's not worth talking about. And just deal with it. You know, I mean, everybody's got fears. I don't know. I can't give anybody an answer on how to deal with it, but you just deal with it, you know. And there's an old saying, I don't remember how it goes, about, I think it goes, the best way to fight your fears are face them. And that's what I've always lived by. We just can't be consumed with fear, because fear will destroy us. And I'm not willing to give it up to anybody. I'm going to move on real quickly here, because as an old man, you know, well, you know, no, maybe you don't, but I do. I get it, and old people get it. But anyway, there's a lot of things going on here with this Q thing again, and a lot of people don't even know who Q is, and I want everybody to understand that, you know, I don't know if it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but at least it gives us a little bit of hope in the direction we're going in this country. And QAnon is really been putting out some waves out there and making some statements. And here again, right, wrong, or different, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm just a guy out here trying to make a living, just like everybody else, just like everybody, just like you folks. But if you're going to follow this, there's a lot of people doing great jobs out there. I mean, fantastic work. I'm talking research that goes so deep. And, you know, there was some posts made over the weekend from Q concerning Angela Merkel. And I don't know if any of it's true, but you know what? It's something to think about. And it might be worth some research. And there's a wonderful lady out there on YouTube that does a bang-up job. And she does, in my opinion, some of the most in-depth research on Q and the posts and whatever. And if some of you folks don't know what Q is, you know, feel free to comment down here below and ask me who the hell Q is, and I'll tell you, and I'll point you in the right direction. I'm not set up to do, I mean, I could do it, but I just don't have the time to do, you know, I attached a link below. Yeah, I'm not into that. But anyway, back to Angela Merkel. You got to question, if you do some research where she's came from and what her history is, what her past is, you're gonna really wonder what the actual hell. I started to use some foul language. I'm trying to curb that. You know, I'm working really hard at it. But there's a lady I started talking about that does a bang-up job on YouTube, and she's got some of these people I don't think sleep. They can't, and to do the amount of research they put into this. But anyway, her name is, she's got a YouTube channel, and I recommend that anybody that watches this go to her and watch her channel. And it's Tracy Beanz. It's capital T ARCY, and then space capital BEANZ. She does a great job, and she's not out there a lot, but because she puts so much depth into her research, that hell, you can't put up a video every day like I mean, I can put one up 2-3 times a day. That's because all I do is talk. But I do research what these other people research, and I appreciate the efforts they put into it, and I think we need to support these people. But I think Tracy Beanz, man, and I mean, I'll give more later, but I'm going to keep this short because I think YouTube's only allowing me 15 minutes. I'm at 8:30 right now, minutes, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. But anyway, this goes out to the friends and family. There's some other people, man. One guy I work with lives down in a bunker somewhere, man. We're firm believers in orange juice, and vitamin C is the trick to get us through this. And he'll know what I'm talking about. But great guy, and his channel is In the Bunker with Mike, and I highly recommend him. But some of these guys, man, are just doing outstanding jobs, and really, that's all I got to say. And this goes out to friends, family, and people I care about. And the rest of you, I really don't give a shit, you know, because I don't know you, you don't know me. Well, you know, do your own homework, man. Get on the pony and ride, and see how long you can hang on. I bet you can't do 8 seconds. The shit that's going on is crazy. But I just wanted to give a shout out to my family and my friends that do a great job, and they may not be involved at the levels that some of us others are involved in, but I'm involved with family and friends that are at all levels, man. And I mean, I'm talking from the bottom feeders to the up the food chain a little bit. And love y'all. And this shirt here goes out to my grandson. I got a grandson in the Air Force, and the 810 Warthog is just the shit, baby. I mean, if you ain't ever seen one of these dudes work, man, you ain't lived. I love the 810, always have. I remember back when I was in the Army, you know, I befriended a bunch of airmen, you know, at different bases and shit over the country, and I always got a bang out of them because, you know, when I was in the Army, I had to be high and tight on the hair, you know, and the airmen, they, you know, the pants weren't bloused, and hair was on the ears and shit. We were high and tight, blouse, gig line straight. I always wanted to be an airman, but I'm just tickled shitless my grandson didn't fall for that shit. I mean, but whatever. Everybody plays a role, and everybody does their job, and it doesn't matter what branch of the service and armed forces you come from. Everybody has a job and a mission, and that's what makes this country great. And I hope we continue to be great. That's all I got. I'm out.